And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. And some space here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Raheem Mostert, 79 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And the Chargers.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Taylor on first down. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Complete.
I enjoy watching Keenan Allen play. Such passion, such drive, such physicality. 104 receptions last year, 1,199 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's made 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances, in addition to 3 straight seasons, over 1,100 yards receiving. I don't know how you rate him, but defensive players, they rate him awfully high.
A loss of 6.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Completion number 13.
From 6 yards away. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you wanted. Anytime they want to throw the football, there was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 34 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
The tackle by...
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8. Now Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now it's Taylor. Caught by Allen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Los Angeles.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14. Bengals 12.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Go, dude. Let's go.
This is Mostert. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
the red zone now. Here's Taylor on first down. And caught by Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Complete to Hunter Henry.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Logan
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
Chargers.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
49, guys. Mike, 49. So we got man.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Badgley on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Chargers 28, Bengals 12. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 77 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
The Bengals.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And some room to roam now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
He was brought down by
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On the screen, this is Eckler. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Phillips. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now Burrow on 1st down. His throw incomplete. The tight end C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 6-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That throw into the arms of Allen, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. The point after try for Gostkowski. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Stephen Gostkowski set.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's got it to Williams.
Taylor.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Finding Gabriel complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Running on 1st down, Eckler. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Taylor. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Ekeler. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Ekeler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Taylor. He's got Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But he lost 6 there on the first down play.
35-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 16. Taylor rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. For it, and he will. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This time Taylor will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the